Hi folks, tonight Don does some really dumb things. First off, can you believe he left his shop door unlocked while I was around? Second, he's built this machine. He did a really nice job on it, but I'm afraid he's either going to electrocute himself or rip his arm off one. We'll have to stay tuned for whichever that outcome is. Then we've got a piece of equipment that Don received when he bought a surface grinder to rebuild. We don't know what it is. I sit there looking at it for a while and stumped me. Third, I've got a picture of another object that somebody found out in a field, and we don't know what that is either. Maybe you do. Then we're going to take a look at the Bridgeport column that I've been grinding on. The other day it was really nice and windy, so I rolled it outside the shop and got the grinders and everything going on it and smoothed that column down to where it's going to be a lot easier to make it look nice. Then there's an end to the DoALL 10x30 What Wheel Do I Have saga. I finally got the hub apart, and I'll show you what I did and how it comes apart. And I got a neat little tool that arrived in the mail that's going to help me balance that 14-inch grinding wheel when it arrives. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. I don't know how many times I told him to keep his shop locked. Hello? Anybody in here? Hello? Well, all the cat's away. Steve will come looking for stuff. Hi, baby. Did you miss me? Has he been taking good care of you? Huh? I don't need that. That goes to one of them wannabe planers. What else is... Wait a minute. What's that? I don't know what it is, but it isn't what he thought it was. Huh. That's some kind of a... What the heck is it? Looks like some kind of mandrel fit into a collet in there. Like an expanding mandrel? One on the left is the original. One on the right is one that Clark cast for the 16-inch over there for the taper adjustment bed clamp. And we're going to figure out what this is. That's some kind of collet. I bet you this is some kind of... You were saying, why is this threaded? I know why it's threaded, because it's a collet holder. Yep. Maybe. He thought it was an arbor for a grinding wheel, a spin balancer. Obviously that's not it. Huh. It's interesting. It's not what I came to swipe, though. A bit of I took that and see that outer ring inside the silver part? Acts like it goes up on the shoulder of this. This goes all the way to the front. So what is it? It's got something like it would be driven by these notches, but I'm leaning towards this part having to come in from the back here, and then this pushes up to hold it. Oh shit. Act normal.
I've been in a minute.
Nobody in here.
There's an RV pulled down this road that he made a big mistake. Trying to turn around on this road.
He's not going to. That was close.
See? I don't know what that is.
I don't either, but it sure as hell ain't what you thought it was.
No.
Say hi, Don.
Oh, little bitty guy hiding.
Got to speak up, Don.
Speak up!
Your normal voice, Don.
Normal voice!
Okay. I don't know what it is.
I don't know either.
It's a mandrel of some kind. And I thought maybe it was an expanding mandrel.
But it's got little things
But it's
in the middle.
got teeth.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what the heck that's for.
This goes all the way up to here.
Yeah.
So this
thinking
looked
this
like
turns.
a 5C collet.
Yeah, I think that.
No, I wouldn't turn. There would be no reason.
Well, no, I mean, I think it's loose in there. I think it's just jammed in there. I think that comes out maybe, but I don't know.
Well, it should because it was made. But that intersection ring in there
Yeah. I don't know.
was also made and put in there. And wait a minute. That thing's threaded.
Hmm.
That thing is threaded in there.
I've got a little,
We need a vise. Where's your vise?
in the other room. I've got, maybe one of these will fit in there. If that'll fit in one of those slots. Not too big. Probably kind of small, but
We just need
Wait.
we need a screwdriver.
maybe this might. No, this would fit maybe.
Oh, that's too big.
No, too big.
We just need a large screwdriver and
You
a
wanna
vise
bang it, right?
and a hammer.
You're gonna bang it and more it up. still don't know what it is, even if you get it out.
But we know how they made it.
Yeah.
That's threaded. I can see in there.
I mean, see, and they got these, like to hold it when you tighten it or something. I don't know.
Sort of like your dentures, got place to hold on to.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
I know what we need to do to take it apart, though. I need a big flat screwdriver and some way to hold this.
We've got devices in there.
We got something better right there.
Look. Little clip here.
Crap. You're lucky I didn't get rambunctious with it.
Well, you're lucky you owed me a cabinet.
I wasn't here, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, baby.
Device is just right through the door.
I know, but we're going to do this the way a person that knew what the hell they were doing was going to do it.
Maybe get it in that piece and put it all the way through here. You know?
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Maybe that smaller screwdriver.
Shoot! Bootstrap device chuck wrench. Dadgummit! Oh!
That's the way it came.
Oh! Oh! Oh, great! You got a holder on one end of it. Oh! It hit my toes, and even steel toe wouldn't have helped there. Oh, sheesh!
It's so hard.
It's going to hurt for a while. It ain't gonna go there. That inner piece is threaded. Booby trapped wrench.
You can do it again?
Yeah. See in here, you can look and see beside it. Well, it's not threaded all the way on the outer wall, though.
No. I think it's just jammed in there. Try and knock it.
I've already done that. And I tried knocking it from the other end too. Give me a measuring device.
I don't know what it is anyway.
Well, I know, but
Just fine. I don't know, buddy. I don't know what this is.
I don't either.
That's-
It's just weird looking.
Actually, this piece looks like it stops
Right there.
right there.
And if there was a flange on it, it would come
It comes
out.
out this way,
Well,
I think.
but that doesn't make sense either unless it was screwed in place. What would capture it on the internal?
I have no idea.
It's too loose for those threads. That's why I was thinking maybe this is attached to that inner, and if we twisted it, it would unscrew.
Oh, yeah, it must be. It might be. It's probably one piece. They probably just cut the slot in there.
No, that wasn't made like that.
No, I'm talking about the inside. This is probably attached to that inside.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to twist it out.
Anyway. I don't know.
Somebody will tell us.
Yeah, because that's the only way that thing that screws in is to tighten that whole unit up. Yeah, it's just stuck in there. It's probably rusted in there.
I don't know.
I'll put some penetrating oil on and just let it sit for a couple of months.
Think you'll live that long? Oh, I brought you a present.
Oh, cool, thank you. Still even warm.
It is. Did you buy me some presents?
What do you see here? Those are the ones I picked up on eBay. Real dirt cheap. These are pretty some big ones.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll fit in your tool holders.
I don't know. Never checked. They look a little thick.
Just buy everything. Don't even check it.
It's cheap. not, I'll turn it into a cutter for the shape.
I don't think
Nope. Take it, grind it down.
if you had a grinder.
Somebody does.
I went to one of the largest tool suppliers in Houston today,
Yeah.
and they don't have a wheel for my grinder, my DoALL. So it's back to eBay. Well, anyway, now that I'm here and you've caught me trying to swipe stuff, what have you been doing in here?
Nothing. Just been working. My day job.
Well, that's a lie.
Other than building a grinder.
That's what I was thinking. Trying to lie to me. Show me your grinder. I wanted to see the grinder.
That's the outside of it. Better to go through here, I guess.
Do you remember a year ago when you said, I don't need no more tools?
No, it's in machines.
Well, what is this?
It's a tool.
It's got a motor and it moves.
Yeah, it was a kit I bought, and you had to weld it all together. They had to weld this on to this. Had to weld this to these two tubes. Had to weld these two tubes to the base. Had to weld these little pieces here on.
What does it do?
It's a 2x72 bench grinder.
Is that the table that you ordered?
Yeah.
So it was more than just the table, it was the whole assembly.
Yeah, this part here.
Okay, so that makes sense. I was looking at this and thinking $100? No.
Everything.
So it's the arm and you can adjust it to everything.
I built this little guy to mount the VFD on. A little bit of overkill, but that's the only size I had.
Are you going to put a box around that to keep all this?
No, because it needs heat flow.
I know, but you're going to get,
That's all right.
we're going to call you old Sparky.
I just blow it out every now and then. I'm not going to use it every day anyway. The only other option is they make a VFD that's enclosed, that doesn't need ventilation. It's $432. Comes enclosed in a... This one has a fan and has to blow out this way, has to blow out the heat sink at the top. So, I mean, you either kill it with dust or you kill it with too much heat in there. So.
Well, how about turning it around back here and then putting a shield around it, leaving this part in the bottom open?
Well, that's why I put this here too.
I know, but I'm seeing all this getting...
Well, that has to be open.
Metallic
It comes
dust.
Out, the air comes out this way. It blows out. It's not going to go in here because it's blowing out.
But where's it sucking it?
These sides. You can't block it because you need good airflow.
You put a shield here, and
Well, we're
then
gonna
take
I was
another...
gonna extend this one to keep it the crap from going in this side. Just leave this side open.
Extend it up here, then put an air duct where you can push the air into
This
it.
is only $100-something. And just run it until it blows up and buy another one.
You'll never be able to adopt me with theories like that. You'll always be buying something else and not afford me.
Yeah, it's a fine line between protecting it from the dust and having enough airflow around it. But I mean, it does run. I just need to program the VFD. Because right now it's set at the default for 50.
Who made this?
Dictator with a K, D-I-K, Tater.
And it's a single phase or three-phase motor?
Three-phase motor.
Three-phase, how many horsepower?
2 horsepower.
2 horsepower. Ooh, colored lights.
I mean, it just doesn't run fast enough, right? Because we're on 50 hertz. A 60 hertz motor. Plus, you got to set up how many poles the motor has. Right now it's set on 4. So the max speed 1700 and something. If I set 2 poles, it's a 3474 RPM motor. So it'll go about twice as fast as it's going right now.
That's as fast as it'll go on 50?
50 plus 4 poles.
Okay. You're going to double everything.
Yeah. So it'll go twice as fast as that one. Get it all. A nice slow start and slow stop.
So tell me again, who made the kit?
Dictator. Diktator.
Okay.
And it's like around $400. Basically, you got this, all these little pieces, this piece, all of that.
You got a laser cut kit out of the deal.
Laser cut kit. I mean, by the time I'd have bought and found all the little pieces,
Oh, yeah.
it would cost me most of that. So I just thought it was easier just to buy the kit and
Weld it together.
You got to weld this piece here. That's all you got to weld. And then these 2 pieces of pipe together, you got to weld, and then you got to weld this plate on top of these 2 pieces. Then not much welding.
And then you have to buy the accessory
Buy
table.
a table or make a table.
Then you got to have your own motor.
You buy that. You got to buy the motor.
So how much do you have into it?
Ones like this that you buy, they're about $3,000. So
The completed grinder,
everything.
3,000.
That's with that $400 VFD on it. But still, this one I probably got 1,100, 1,000, somewhere around 1,000. So I still come out way ahead. Because the ones you can buy for around 1,600 only have a half horsepower motor, which is really not enough. So if you had to up it with the 2 horsepower motor, you up there in the $2,000 something to buy it.
And with your choice of VFDs, this is making it extremely exciting to use because you never know when it's going to start arcing from the metal dust.
Most of the metal dust goes straight down.
There's that most.
Most of it does.
Remember, I was a paramedic for a long, long time.
You just gotta blow it out every now and then. You can take this cover off.
If you'll be lucky, you won't have to do that. It'll just sit there and melt.
Nah, it won't go that fast.
How many house fires have you seen?
Bunches.
Aha.
Never from a grinder, though.
Well, that's because most people aren't as crazy as we are. I like that. That's kind of a nice way to do that.
Yeah, it came out pretty good, I think.
Yeah, you did a nice job on your welds.
Yeah, welds are
A little bit of weld, $400 worth of Bondo, and it looks great.
Yeah.
No, you didn't even put Bondo on them.
No, it's welds.
That's good. I don't know if I like the plate being so small on the foot.
You bolted to something anyway. I'm going to make a table. This is good because then I can set the height of about how I want it and measure how much to make the table, you know. That's probably a little high for me. Probably about this high.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Turn it around and then won't hit the handle.
That.
I'm going home and number and engrave on my 2 tables so I know if one's missing, I can find it over here, turned into a grinder table.
It's just temporary. I'll make a table. But it's pretty, and it rotates too. You can flip it and make it.
Through this axis here.
Yeah. You can flip it and make a horizontal grinder.
You know, basically this is the same concept as the MechMate router that I bought. The kit for the table, all the fiddly bits. Yeah. That's what takes time.
Sure.
It's making all this stuff.
Didn't take long to weld it together. It takes time, making something to mount this on there, getting a VFD, getting a motor.
Yep.
The right motor. But all this just slips out.
And this gives you something to do and kept you out of jail.
All this just slips out.
Well, right there, that was only 100.
I can't remember. But
it was last week. Come on.
I bought so many little small stuff for this stuff. Anyway, so you come out way ahead doing it this way.
Oh yeah, if you have the skills.
You need to learn how to do it well.
Yeah.
You don't really have to be that good at welding because I mean it's nothing really that structural. Maybe this piece. This is probably the hardest piece on there to get straight.
Lined up.
Lined up.
Well, you used show the people your fancy welding table you made.
Didn't we already do that already?
I know, but they're like you, they have short attention spans.
Yeah. Other holes.
Yeah.
And it really helps for working when you clamp stuff down. And you got these stops.
And Don personally drilled each and every one of these holes.
It's over 1,000.
Aren't you glad you know somebody with a mag drill?
Boy, no kidding. No kidding. Comes in handy though when you're welding, so it keeps it from warping, because you can clamp these down hard and just let it cool off, you know. Doesn't warp quite as much.
And it's handy and rolls around.
Well, I got these six belts for like 30 something bucks. I mean,
For 6 of them?
Yeah, and they're ceramic belts.
I'll be darned. You built your little cabinets into the side of it.
Yeah, I didn't build what? I know the marketplace is just perfectly fit. I don't know what you would use those for normally, but it fit under there.
You could put a VFD in there to protect it from metal sparks and dust. I'd take one of those and do that.
Yeah. I just mount a fan. I just take one of the big fans and just put it right on the VFD to blow all the stuff away. And I'll duct it from the outside so it's just pulling in fresh air. Won't suck in metal dust. See?
I would do that.
There you go.
You're going to be sparking. But then we wouldn't get to see any explosions. And every time you use this thing, I want you to videotape it for us. Now think of the viewers. All 12 of them.
Just crap out the VFD, that's all.
Well,
it's only 220 volts.
Yeah. And look up there. That was your last project, and you've never put anything on it yet. Totally useless shelf system.
Building my grinder. I've actually got those plastic tubs that go up there. So I made it that wide so instead of plastic tub.
You're not going to be able to pick up the tubs to put them up
I
there.
got that high in my shipping container right now. I don't want to take up all my wall space, you know.
And what happens when you're in a wheelchair and you can't get up that high anymore?
I don't care about it.
You don't
I
care.
don't need anything that's up there, brother.
You even painted it.
Of course.
God. Well, there's rust here.
Oh, that's good. That's the spot where I didn't paint yet. It was leaning on something.
Well, that ought to.
Oh, no, you can hang on those.
And you put an edge on it and everything.
You can hang on these, see? Ain't going nowhere.
Probably way too much.
I've got it in every stud here, too.
Dang. Could get under that in a tornado.
Oh, good, yeah. Don't around on the build stuff. Overbuild.
I thought we got rid of that.
What? No, I
That
keep it.
That thing that embarrassed you the last time I tried to use
Actually, I
it.
changed chucks and it's accurate as hell now. So
Accurate as hell.
Well, I mean, this
So you don't need the new closing. I'll take it with me then. Thank you.
No, I just have this one in. I was going to get rid of it, but I've used it a lot in here, so I said, I might as well keep it. Since the new chuck I put was not a new chuck, but it's American-made chuck. That was the problem in the Wawa was the chuck.
God, it was
Keep
terrible.
that Chinese chuck.
Tried to make me use the Chinese chuck.
It was like this.
Yeah, it was bad. Well, I like your shop.
I like working in this shop for some reason.
It's because you got air conditioning.
We got air conditioning in the oven too.
So you're not afraid of the machines. You're used to the fabrication stuff.
No, is that what it is?
That's what it is.
There's too much work in the other stuff that I gotta do. So I look around and I'm like, oh, I gotta finish this, I gotta finish that.
And we're getting ready for that, making that
Give?
that give, just as soon as I can find a wheel and a balancing arbor. The big 20-inch stand should be delivered today. Now we just got to figure out what to do for the hole.
Just make an arbor, man. Shit.
I want a really balanced one, and I don't know if my tool grinder will make an arbor very well. So
You just have to buy
I
one.
might have to buy one, and then balance it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Buy a Chinese one, and I'm sure that'll be fine. Just perfect.
Oh yeah, they are.
Just right out the box.
Especially if you buy them from China.
Right out of the box, perfect, I'm sure.
When's the last time you rode your Harley Davidson Hog?
A couple of months ago. I've been too busy to ride lately.
Well, I'm going home. Can't find anything to steal.
Sorry that mandrel wasn't a mandrel.
Well,
But I didn't think it was because I was thinking, there's just no way you can balance on this thing. You can't do that. You know?
how do you adjust the tension on this? Just like this?
You push it back and forth.
So you got to pull it.
Well, this just got the little,
Okay, well that's how it's getting its tension then.
and then
Yeah.
you adjust it out,
Yeah.
and then
So that air
so to
sits.
change the belt is pretty easy. Boom, you know, that easy to change the belt. Not from this side.
But you're going to have to be reaching over that arcing piece of electrical equipment
If
to
I'm
do it.
standing on the right side to do this, yeah. But, you know, it's pretty easy to change the belt.
Did you have to do anything to true the wheels up so to run straight? Or is there an adjustment for that? That one up there.
It tilts down,
Okay.
so you can adjust the traction.
Okay, well that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except they didn't tell you had to weld this on there. See this one piece?
Yeah, that little boss.
Nowhere in the video did it say weld that on there. So I had it on this
How
side.
were the plans?
There's no plans.
There's no plans.
No. There's a video, kinda.
But it doesn't show that part anywhere.
Well, in the big stuff.
Was that why you were so pissed off the
Yeah.
other day when
Yeah,
I
'cause
called?
I had to
Take it all
repaint
apart?
this and grind it and weld that little piece on there and repaint it again. Yeah.
Damn. So, pluses and minuses. Is it easy to build,
Yeah.
even though you don't need to have the parts?
Well, it's kind of obvious, you know, these go there, these go there.
I heard something about
this.
all different lengths of screws, and you didn't know which went where, and you spend a lot of time.
That's all these wheels and bushings and, you know, how to, you know, where does that go, how this goes on there, that little nut thing. I thought it went on this side, because it does work on this side too. But
I got an idea. You can buy another kit, and I'll film you doing it, and then you
can buy a kit.
can give it to me.
see, and this one had a bunch of little holes here where you spot welded
Yeah,
the tube. This
to the
little
tube,
tubes,
so
yeah.
you had a nice weld
Yeah,
and
so
all
they
that.
had a bunch of little holes like this. So you just had to weld the holes together and grind them.
Okay,
Can't see them now.
I can't see them now. It's pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, for $400, it was okay.
I like my idea better. You buy a new one, and we'll put it together and film it. And make a really good instruction video for the people.
All right, got
Think
one.
of the people.
You need one, you buy it and I'll build it for you. How's that?
I like my idea better. I do like that table.
Yeah, it's
the
pretty big.
joints and everything on it.
Yeah, you can really adjust that many ways.
Yeah. Well, say goodbye again.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna go home now.
Go home.
Wish for one of these.
I've always wanted one of these because it really eats metal fast. I mean, if you want.
How do you know?
want
You haven't
to-
even.
I've seen enough of them in video.
Well, they didn't show the little boss there on the video. It could be
Not
fake
their
videos.
Just in general, these.
Oh, well, those were souped up using the proper shielded VFDs.
Going 3,400 RPM, they eat up pretty good.
Now, wait a minute. Where is the 3,400 RPM? That pulley measurement is 3,400 RPMs.
No, the motor's RPM.
Okay, so now we got the pulley that's even
It's
bigger.
going faster.
We need to test this thing.
Yeah, once I get the
Put
VFD set up.
you a tag on that belt. And you think the VFD will last that long?
They can throw some sparks
Yeah.
up so far from there and bounce off the floor pretty good when you get them up to speed. But that's where I'm at. I just put this together yesterday, so
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to program the VFD yet.
Well,
But
I
like
think
it.
you did a nice job. You even painted it nicely.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
You know
leaving.
me, it's gotta look good.
God, do I know you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Well, I've also been working on the Bridgeport. Took it outside the other day when it was nice and windy, and took some grinding and some belt and some flat discs and just went over the whole thing. Got a lot of the high spots off. You see where all these little bumps are and everything? They were standing out really proud. So now I should be able to make this look nice without a lot of filler. I'm just going to use icing on it now. I'd put a few places of Bondo in. But it's got a lot of marks from when they cast it. I think it'll look nice. Started taping it off so I could start painting and Bondo and icing and high build primer. More Bondo and icing and high build primer. Got some deep marks in there that I think it'll be okay. There's one right in there. But all the high stuff's off so I can put the icing on. You may notice that the chucker lathe, the free chucker lathe, has gone on to a new home. Thank you to everybody that sent in asking about it. I took the very first person that sounded like he wasn't going to take it and part it out. In fact, he lives only about 15 miles from here, so it was pretty easy. I had a few people that was asking about it that, like a rebuild project for their children. And one man that even said he couldn't afford or find any lathes that he could really afford. Well, unfortunately, that just wasn't the kind of lathe that I think that children would like. I mean, you spend all the time making it work correctly and everything, and then you don't have a tailstock. And for the man that couldn't find an affordable one, metal machinery is pretty expensive, and finding all the tools you need, you can easily spend 10 times what you pay for a lathe in tooling. So I just went with the very first guy. Thank you everybody else that expressed interest. And he's going to take some pictures of it, and here's some little pictures of it going off to its new home. I forgot to take a picture of it. Well, it's loaded up. Pardon the wind noise, but this is the new owner, Larry.
Greetings.
He was the first one that talked to me, and he even lives close, so we're going to help him get started.
Alrighty, I'll be sending you pictures, let you know what it looks like when it's going on, when it gets
All right.
moving.
Don't hurt yourself.
Try not to.
Lathes are one of the most dangerous things there are. You
Got
get
a shop full of
you
tools.
get your stuff wound up in them,
Don't wear long sleeves.
and they won't stop.
I would thank you for taking the machine, except that I know he's probably going to go buy 2 more to replace it.
That's the way it goes, isn't it?
I think so.
That was my
Are
wife
you
was
D?
saying, "Where's the license? Is there any room to put this?" I said, I'll make room.
Yeah, that's what he says too. You have to think through that.
I'm leaving. Well, my problem's solved. You watched the last 2 videos, which all 5 of you did. I was having problems getting this grinding wheel disassembled so I could tell what the heck it was. Now, I guess I didn't make myself clear. I know how to take it off of the machine. You know, you've got a puller here that screws in and you just jacks it off. But I didn't want to take it off because it's easier to work on it and try to have leverage in some way to hold it as I tried to disassemble the hub to get the wheel off so I could see what it was. Turns out there was a light coating of rust on the inside of this area here that was holding it together. And I don't want to gouge it up or use a big pair of pliers trying to disassemble it, so I've been playing with it for a while. And today I was over at the O'Reilly store and I found this can of DoALL. I'd never seen it, even though for 40 years professionals have been using it. Well, I brought it back. I finally had taken it off the hub there, taken the hub off the spindle, and I laid it down and I just soaked it in these 6 holes right here because I could see right in here that this should just come apart. I found a diagram online and that's what it showed also, so I did that, let it sit for a while, then hit it with a dead blow hammer for a minute, and finally it started moving. And so my problem has been solved. It just comes off like this. Ta-da! That's what the wheel was. It's all covered up, so I never knew what it was for sure. Turns out it was a 12-inch by 1 by 3 32A 46 HAVN from CGW. I kind of thought it was small and I didn't know if it was worn or not, but they had just put a 12-inch instead of a 14-inch. I guess going from a 12 to 14 is not that bad. As I was digging through some of my acquired stuff over the years, I came across 3 of these 10 by 3 by 1s, which, you know, you could put on there, but that thing would be going so fast, I'm afraid it'd be too fast. So it's just going to have to hang around for a couple more years. Because I doubt or maybe longer, I doubt if I ever get another surface grinder at 10-inch. Anyway, I've ordered a 14-inch 46H. It's about the only one I could find reasonably around here. In fact, Bass Tool in Houston didn't even have any 14-inchers. So that part's solved. Now, one of the things that I was looking at when I saw the different diagrams was this adapter. It's called a cool adapter. And the pictures I saw were different. Now this one has the flange like this, but it's supposed to have a lot of holes. And I can't see any holes in it anywhere because they're all gummed up. If you look right in the very root of where this piece hits the back flange in there, there's supposed to be some holes. If you turn it around, you can see them. Well, they're all blocked up. And it's on both sides, so we'll clean all those out and put it back on. I needed to measure the flange, or excuse me, the flange on this spindle, the taper on this spindle, for the next part of this equation. I'm not really sure what it was, so I went searching and I found the formula for calculating it. And basically what you do is you measure the length of the taper, which looks close enough to 2 inches. And then you measure the diameter of the taper on the small end. And that is right at 1 inch. .012. And then you measure the fat end of the taper, or the large end. And that is 1.494 or 1.5 inches. I'll show you the formula here. Found that on a website of a company that makes all kind of grinding hubs and things like that. It's really hard to navigate that site. I was looking for an arbor for this new little item that I found online. No, not this. This balancer stand. This one's big enough to where it'll take a 14-inch wheel. I think it'd take quite a bit larger too, maybe 20-inch. Boy, is it in good shape. Got here yesterday. Now I need the arbor, the mandrel to fit that hub, and that's why I needed to do the taper. Well, now that I've got it apart safely, I didn't damage the wheel, didn't damage the hub, I can now get all the parameters I need to find the final part. I know I need a 3-inch diameter hole in my grinding wheel, which I've ordered, a 14 instead of a 12. I know the taper on this spindle so that I can get the proper arbor or balancing arbor to fit on that balancing stand and go through this hub and balance it properly. So once I get all the other pieces, I don't know where I'm going to find that arbor. I've been looking a lot. There's a company that makes all kinds of parts, and that's where I got the calculation for determining that taper. They didn't have one, and I'd hate to see what it would cost to make one. If it comes down to that, I'll just make it here. Thanks for watching. Bye.